Hi, everyone. Welcome. My name is Rita Egidio, and I am the host of this podcast, Influence Your Creatrix, where I bring souls who are changing the world and I bring them in. And Khristee, do you want, please, to present yourself before we talk about the eclipse?
Sure, absolutely.
Tell who you are, where you are from, and what you do.
Okay, I am a holistic healer. I'm a holistic health expert. I help to empower women with their health and wellness. I help them to overcome chronic conditions, chronic illness, and trauma using a holistic perspective, and also through my powerful energy work, and also, of course, through the natural medicine of the earth. So I'm all about helping women to feel joyful and to feel healthy and to thrive. Oh, and
Like
I'm in
you.
Connecticut.
Like you.
Like me. Oh, thank you. That's right.
Vibration.
Yes.
I can see your energy. And I was so happy because I know when I have a good click with my guests here, I have natural, I just attract amazing people. But we were talking about the eclipse, and this is a real thing. And especially because I'm in Mexico now, I feel maybe I'm more aware or I feel more. I don't know. The energy kick me in such a way. I was dead in the day of the eclipse. I was drained of energy. Do you have an explanation for that?
Well, astrology is powerful. So this was a powerful solar eclipse we had on Saturday, and it was in the sign of Taurus. So it is to help us to get back to earth and to ground. But eclipses also shake things up. So it makes sense that you felt it. I felt it too. I became a little bit emotional. Normally, I'm pretty even keel, happy girl, but all of a sudden I got kind of emotional. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, oh, the eclipse.
It's
So,
so a thing. It's
yeah.
a thing because I was like, I know myself, I know my body. And it's like, what the hell is going on with you? I had no energy. Then yesterday I was better, and today I feel the full power. Let's do this.
Mm.
And it's funny because I start doing my things based on the moon, and I'm Sagittarius.
Okay.
So I am going to release a new challenge on the full moon in Sagittarius. So I feel then or it's going to explode or it's going to be amazing. It's always going to be amazing because I don't set up things in a different way. But it's so excited. And it's beautiful when this is podcast is about you, but I feel so more aligned with my magic. Make sense?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We are all energetic beings. So it makes sense that you are feeling the energy from the eclipse. Okay. The sun does give us energy, does give us power. So, of course, when it's eclipsed, it makes sense that we feel not in our full power. But I got to tell you, that day on Saturday, I just wanted to be in the sun at that moment. Like intuitively, I just felt at that moment when it was eclipsing, I needed to be out there and just close my eyes and feeling the sun. So where I am in Connecticut, we couldn't see it. So I knew that I couldn't, use a special device to look at it, but still I wanted to be in the power of the sun during the eclipse.
The power of the sun, the power of the sea, the power of the moon, and any storm. I'm very into that. Like when I feel a storm, it's like coming to shake me.
Mm-hmm.
I love storms. I'm obsessed with storms. With it sounds weird, but let's talk about you. Why you do what you do?
I love to talk about spiritual things. So first of all, I just want to piggyback on what you said about the storms. I can feel a storm 2 days before it comes. So I'm clairsentient. I also, feel the atmosphere of the earth. So I will get a bad headache 2 days before if it's going to be a really bad storm, really bad rain, or snow. So I think it's interesting that you brought that up. But again, what about me? So why do I do what I do? So I'm a holistic healer and holistic health expert. And my journey started actually when I developed a chronic illness. So I developed a chronic illness, and it was the first time I'd ever had a chronic illness. Before that, I had been very healthy all of my life. And so when I got unwell and couldn't get better, Of course, I went to the doctor and I thought the doctor would give me an explanation, an understanding of why I was suddenly sick, what I needed to do to get better, and that he would fix me. And instead, he just immediately said, "You are depressed. You need to take this antidepressant." And that's it. And I was confused because this is a doctor who knew me all of my life, and I knew my body, and I knew something was physically wrong with me. So this began a long journey. I was sick for 15 years with a chronic illness.
But
Yes, and it was debilitating. At one point, I was bedridden. I had to move back from New York City to Connecticut and live with my family and give up my career. It was very, very challenging, but it was a gift in disguise because during that time, of course, I was learning about the body. I was learning about the chakra system. I was learning different ways to heal myself, how food can be medicine. I was learning about yoga and actually learning about healing. So that's how I became a shaman. I started working with a Russian shaman and training with him for several years. And then also I studied Reiki and I started put the two together. And now I have a very powerful blend that I do. And it was one of those things that it was meant to be. So I could develop all these tools, not only to help myself get well, but then later on, once I overcame my illness, I could use it to help my clients. So now I have a huge toolbox of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of how we can heal ourselves naturally.
how amazing. Congratulations for you
Thank
for
you.
not giving up on yourself.
Thank you. Yes, of course I couldn't.
Because many people give up on themselves, listen to what the doctor is saying, and just go for it.
Yeah.
And how was the transition from being a healer to yourself to sell your product? So I want to sound like this because many people don't see, and I work as an amplifier, I work with women who want to grow their business, and they get stuck with the sales point because they see it as a sales. They see they are selling something. They don't see it as a transformation. So that is the reason why I'm asking you in this way. How was for you to sell yourself as a healer?
Well, it's an interesting question because at the time, I didn't really see myself as selling myself. I saw myself as, continuing to use these talents to help others. And I understood that if it helped me, it could help others as well. And it didn't matter what level I was. So I immediately started and I got a client who had cancer and she came weekly to see me. And she saw such a rapid transformation that her doctors even commented and said, "Whatever you're doing, don't stop, keep it up. Yeah, keep going." Yeah. She's like, "Oh, I'm just going to this Reiki practitioner." She's like, "Keep going. Your immune system's getting stronger. This is amazing." So right away, I got that validation. So to get that validation, you know that you are really helping someone.
It's gold. It's like we love money. I don't know. I love money, but
Yes.
validation. The value. I do a lot of tapping with my clients because it helps them growing and getting more money. And see that, and it's such a small, it's not Reiki, it's not what you do. So I can imagine then you all full body did get like a shot of even more beautiful energy.
Yes.
When you get that validation, you are saving a life.
Yes. So that's it with when you're a healer, when you do Reiki or any other modality, you realize right away that your clients are benefiting. So when you do energy work, you feel better because the energy is processing through your system too, and they also feel better. And to immediately see how people have transformed just from the session, they'll come in, they'll be feeling heavy and they'll be, complaining about different things. And then you hold space for them, you do the healing. And then at the end, they are so happy and joyful and smiling, and it's a completely different person. So that right there is an exchange that makes you feel so good. And then, of course, to be compensated with money, it just seems natural because you're giving your talents and you're seeing the transformation.
That I should frame that, what you are saying, so other people understand. The reason why you feel bad about selling something is because you are not believing in transformation that you provide. Because in the moment that you believe in transformation, the money is ridiculous. I work with what they call high tickets Then I start believing it's not high tickets anymore because I see people selling much more expensive things. So I have a $3,000 program for 3 months where I work one-to-one, and I work in a way that is success back guarantee. So we decide money or clients or followers, then you want to have until the end of the 3 months. And if it's not, and you did all the work and I did all the work, of course, we are going to keep fighting for that. But I have results. People come to me and they are happy. They are going from not having a business to have a business, to impact other people's lives, to create something. It is, but they get stuck. The reason why they get stuck is they don't see the power they have on their hands. Because I just work with people with power. I cannot make you powerful. I cannot make you find your calling. I need you to have the calling. I need you to have the power, so you come to me. So I should frame what you said. I want you to tell me a little bit about how holistic healing and helping mothers with childbirth. Can you tell me a little bit about that? Because I know that is important for you.
Yes. So I actually do help moms as well, and I do help them with holistic childbirth. This is something that is fairly new for me. So I was intuitively inspired to go this direction. My muse called and I answered. And so this began in 2019. So in
it's 2 years, so it's not exactly.
Yeah, pretty recent though, because I've been doing this for 17 years. I've been a healer for 17
God.
years.
Okay, I see the proportion now.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
yes. So I've been studying health and wellness for about 20 years because I was sick for 15 years, and healer for 17 years, and holistic childbirth since 2019. So basically, I'll just go into a little bit about the book that I'm writing. So I'm writing a book about, I'm writing a book about childbirth around the world. And again, that was completely inspired in 2019. I had a tea with a friend and she was pregnant and she was sharing behind the scenes of what it was like. And I was just so intrigued. No one had ever really shared with me what it's like behind the scenes of being pregnant. And I was so curious that I went home and I started doing some research, and then the curiosity just continued. I just couldn't stop. I couldn't stop researching. And then I knew that this had to become a book. And then it just became clear it had to be about childbirth around the world because that's really not being talked about. And it is very different in other cultures, in other countries. And then it became, of course, with the focus with my expertise about holistic childbirth. So it's about childbirth through a holistic perspective. So what does that mean? So that means, again, it's similar to holistic health and wellness, which is about getting to the root cause of any condition and understanding once you have the root cause, then you can treat it very quickly and easily and through natural remedies. Okay, so in childbirth, I say holistic childbirth because it's the whole stage. It's from pregnancy, it's the labor experience, and the postpartum experience. All of that is holistic childbirth. So all the components are important because it is the whole story that creates the picture, just like in holistic health and wellness. So there are certain illnesses that moms get in pregnancy that only happen in pregnancy. And there's
I had 5.
You had 5. Which ones did you have?
I had all. I had our diseases. I don't know. I had a terrible on the last pregnancy. I had, when you have extreme, you vomit a lot.
Did you have HG?
I don't know.
Did you vomit like 20 times a day?
Yeah,
HG.
And you want to die. I cannot explain to anyone what is, because normally if you are sick, you vomit. If you drink, you vomit and you are okay. You don't go away.
Yes.
Don't go away.
Very serious. Yes.
16 weeks of hell.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
And
yes.
What saved me was ginger.
Good. Yes. Ginger is very powerful. Yes.
Ginger. And I was eating, ginger in pieces inside of a sugar and water thing. I don't know. It was disgusting. I hated ginger. Now I love it, but I hated ginger. And I was eating. It was the only thing who saved me. And the stupid thing was, I did not believe ginger was going to save me. So I did not took ginger. How
You
dumb
didn't try it.
I did not try it. So
Yes.
just last research, I could not stand up. And I was so hungry, hungry. I didn't want to eat. But
you couldn't, you kept on vomiting.
I can tell you, I love my daughter, but I can tell you, I had certain moments, if I could push just a button, it was just that. And we forget that I was pregnant. I did do that. If it was like this, obvious, then I don't think kids realize what moms go through.
No, people don't. People don't talk about this. So this isn't being talked about enough, the illnesses that women have, such as what you describe with HG. Okay. And also that we can heal ourselves naturally. People are like, oh, it's got to be medication. Natural remedies, they're not strong enough.
Did not work with me. Like the medication they give for when you are sick, forget. Did not work.
Yeah, most times people get the side effects. It doesn't help. Yeah.
One time I vomited 27 times in a day.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I used to lay on the toilet and wait for, and it don't go away. It's like seasick.
Yes.
It don't go away. So you get crazy because you are hungry, you want to eat, and you vomit.
Yes.
And then you don't know anymore if you are vomiting because you want or if you are on the loop.
And your baby needs the food. Baby needs the nutrition. So it's a difficult cycle. Yes.
I cannot express my love for women who go through that. And it's very interesting because I had 5 kids. The first 2, I had nothing.
Good.
And then start building up the symptoms of being sick. So the number 3, I had a little bit. Number 4, I had a lot. And number 5, forget. So I don't know. It's like a mental reaction. Let's talk about that. What takes a woman to have that? What is the thing?
So again, it's all about getting to the root cause. So it does make sense that the symptoms were progressing. When we have a symptom, a lot of times people say, oh, it's not so bad. I'll just stomach it. I'll just deal with it and keep going. And we're kind of trained in our society, just keep going, push your emotions down, push the symptoms down. You got to be productive. So unfortunately, if a doctor had helped you earlier with the symptoms, you could have treated it and it could have prevented it from escalating with other pregnancies. But I will be talking about this in book 2. So it's actually a 3-book series now. So it started off as 1. So it's a 3-book series. And I will be addressing the root cause of certain illnesses that happen in pregnancy and also postpartum. So HG, you definitely want to check out the series. Definitely check out.
Yes, mental health is the most of mental health, and mental health for women who have kids. I'm going to give one extreme example. I had a premature baby. Was born in a C-section when I was not expecting. I almost died on the C-section. My uterus was connected to my belly, so I don't know exactly what did happen. They could not close me. Very dramatic thing. Baby, 3 days. One of my sons decided to go live with his father. Was in Thailand during that time, so you can imagine. And my world around me that week fall apart. So my waters broke, and I had a premature baby. So I go back home, pumping 2 in 2 hours milk, and my baby is on the hospital. She did well. She did amazing. But it's insane. You don't sleep. You are in pain. You don't have your baby.
Yes.
And I remember and when you have a premature baby, you have less milk because your body is not exactly ready and you need to be with the baby to produce more milk. It's like a beautiful thing that the body does. And it's the beautiful thing is when the baby wake up, even if it's not with you, you feel your body filled of milk. It's insane, the connection.
The body is wise. Yes.
I remember to be pumping like almost nothing of milk, but I didn't need to pump for her. And I drop it. I was so tired. And with the cables of the machine, imagine a little thing like this, I drop it. And I remember, look, I had people that I love who died. I remember to fall on the ground crying, but crying as I don't have memory to cry. So that being said,
Yeah,
let's
mind,
talk
body,
about.
spirit connection is very powerful. And that's also something that I teach. So a lot of people don't realize how it's all connected. A lot of people think if they have a symptom, okay, if you have pain in your body, it's just because you've got this pain in your body you need to address. But what goes on in our everyday lives, the stress that we're under, how things affect us emotionally and mentally, that can also contribute to physical symptoms. It's all connected, mind, body, and spirit. So that's also what I teach people about holistic health and wellness.
Okay, do you want to talk about mental health?
Yes,
Because
absolutely. Yes,
I know
yes.
that's a nice subject, and I struggle with that.
Okay.
And I found then it's fundamental to talk about it. So please.
Yes. Well, this is May is Mental Health Month. So it's all about bringing awareness to mental health and wellness. And also this week, the first week of May, is Maternal Mental Health Awareness Week. So absolutely would love to talk about this. Mental health is very important. This is something I help my clients with. A lot of my clients have depression, they have anxiety, they have grief, they have anxiety, overwhelm. There's so many different things that they're struggling with, and they don't know how to process or how to cope. So I think it's very important that we have someone to support us, to guide us, and also to have coping skills. So,
And what about maternal mental health?
yes, so maternal mental health is very important too. So, as I described, there are different illnesses that happen just in pregnancy and also in postpartum. So, postpartum depression is actually on the rise.
Mm-hmm.
People aren't aware of that. And also there's postpartum anxiety, there's postpartum psychosis. And again, all these illnesses happen only postpartum, and women are not being properly treated for them.
No.
No.
And you are breastfeeding, so you cannot take anything in special. And if not, it's a long net of problems and issues.
Yeah,
I want to know about your, go.
So as I was about to say, women really need help, especially with these conditions, because a lot of women aren't even aware that they have postpartum depression.
Yeah.
So many people who have never gone through postpartum depression, they don't understand that women just are so in the moment with the pain and all these other symptoms. They may not even have depression. Okay. Postpartum depression has depression in the title, but they may not experience that. They may have insomnia. They may not be able to sleep at all, or they may be sleeping too much. They may not be bonding with the child. So that's a very big indicator that it could be postpartum depression, because normally you bond with your child because it's natural. It's, again, the body being wise and knowing you have to take care of this little one. This little one is dependent on you. Mm-hmm. So it kind of doesn't make sense that postpartum depression would happen and the mother wouldn't feel like being around their child. They want just time to themselves. Okay, so there's a lot of different things that happen. They have big mood swings. Okay, they become very emotional and very overwhelmed, or they can even fall into anger and rage. So a lot of people don't know that that is a part of postpartum depression. They can just all of a sudden be very rageful and yell and be very angry. Okay, so there's many different symptoms, and women need to be aware that this is postpartum depression. So a lot of people say, oh, well, how do you know? You're a first-time mom. You're just in survival mode. You're not getting much sleep. Maybe it's just because you're not getting much sleep. But again, it's very important that you know all these symptoms. Okay, it's important for the mother to know, but it's also important for those around her to know so that she can get the help that she needs.
That is so important.
Yes.
Let's focus on the people around the mom, because I don't know, I raised my kids alone. I had the support of my grandma sometimes. I have no mom. And it is, my mom died when I was 10. So it is overwhelming. I remember when I had my first kid, and I was a mom with 19, what is insane.
Yeah.
I remember to have my kids and look into him and call my grandma. He was on the floor on this little thing to play, and he was quiet, and he was looking to me very serious. And it was like 1 month old. I called my grandma and say, I don't know what to do. He's there looking to me. So
yeah, we need community. We need to help each other out. It's so important.
He needs to support moms. He needs. It's very interesting. On Holland, they have a service then when new moms are coming, they come to the home to help the mother.
Yes, yes.
Amount of time. I don't know if you know that. It's really interesting.
Where is that, in Mexico, you said?
No, in Amsterdam, in a long
Oh, in Amsterdam. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yes. In different countries, they have different services. Unfortunately, we don't have that automatically in the US, but there are many countries that do that. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yes.
North of Europe is really into having babies in the most relaxing way, if possible, not on the hospital. So all that.
Yes.
And
Yes, Holland really supports home births.
Yes,
absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So
again, just going back really quickly to mental health for moms, it's very important that women know that there's also postpartum anxiety. So postpartum anxiety, women do not have any depression. They just have very high levels of anxiety. Okay. They don't wish to be going outside of the house, just things that used to give them joy, don't give them joy anymore. They're just really overwhelmed and anxious. And then there's postpartum psychosis, which is very important for women to understand about and those around her to understand, because that can possibly lead to death. Okay. So with postpartum psychosis, women will have hallucinations, will have delusions, will have very negative, repetitive thoughts. They will see things that are very scary or hear things. Okay. They'll actually hear voices, and they may tell them to do things such as harm their child or harm themselves.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Wow.
So it's very important women know about this so they can get the help that they need. And again, I'll be talking more about this in my book, but it's just very important for women to be aware about this, and also that they can heal naturally. So all of these conditions that I'm going to be addressing can all be treated naturally if you understand, again, the root cause. And I will be discussing the root cause because I'm also a medium. So I'm able to get downloads, and also through my research, I'm able to support that as well.
Beautiful. Khristee, what offers do you have now? What people can tell us how they can work with you?
Sure. So they can work with me one-on-one. I love to work with my clients one-on-one. Again, I've been doing this for 17 years, so I have a huge toolbox to help them. So they can come with any chronic conditions they wish to overcome, any chronic illnesses or trauma, even if they have been to a therapist for many years and feel like, oh, I've done the work, it's got to be over by now. Still, if they're feeling stuck in their lives and things are just not progressing, or they're still attracting toxic relationships and just still having these chronic conditions, definitely I invite them to come work with me. So a session with me is very healing and relaxing. I hold space for my clients. So the beginning, they'll have a chance to just express themselves. There is no right or wrong. They can be happy, they can cry, they can be angry and frustrated. Okay, there's absolutely no judgment. And this is part of the healing process, because women today don't really get a chance to express themselves without being judged. It's all about, okay, you got problems, go to a therapist, but I don't have time to hold space for you. I've got my own stuff, right? So I provide that because I realized very early on that was missing. Women needed to be heard and seen, and really for them to have someone completely listen to them. And then there's the healing portion. So that's a full hour. And that is when they set their intentions of what they wish to heal. So I do believe whenever you go to a healer, it's important for you to set the intention, not for the healer to decide, okay, this is your life, this is your body. You are in charge, you are the creator. And so then I direct the healing, and that will help to balance all of their major chakras and their minor ones. That will help to balance all of their organs, clear their aura, ground them, connect them to the divine, to their ancestors, to their spirit guides, to their guardian angels if they wish. And then, since I'm clairvoyant, I will see imagery throughout the session, and that will give me an idea of how they're feeling, because sometimes we can't express that. That will give me an idea into their past. Okay, this may give a clear idea of the root cause or some trauma or something that happened that's still impacting them today. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I can even go into past lives if they're open to that, and that can parallel show what happened in the past is still going on today. And sometimes if we see it through those eyes, we can see it, a little bit more removed. Okay, when we're in it, when we're in our lives, we just see the struggles. But if we can see it from a different perspective, it's clear what we need to do and how to take action. So then at the end, I share all of these visions with them, and also sometimes even visions of the future. So if they do take the recommended action steps, which I give them, what can possibly happen and change for them. And then we just talk for about half an hour. I share all of these visions, all of these messages from the divine. If they have any specific questions for ancestors or archangels, etc., they'll have answers given to them from a higher perspective. I share all of my information if they have any health conditions, about natural ways to heal and the steps that they need to take going forward. And then they have time to ask questions as well. So it's really in depth. It's very healing, but also very educational and empowering. And they will receive a recording. They will receive notes as well, because we all learn at different manners. So some of us are visual learners, some of us are auditory learners. So I just want to really make sure they understand what to do next. Okay, so it's not just about what happens in the healing, but it's important the actions they take next to change their lives. Yes. So that's what it's like to work with me one-on-one. But for those who would like to have a sample of what I do have a special challenge that will be happening next week. So that's going to be May 11th through 13th. So it's absolutely free. It's called the Mind, Body, Soul Detox Challenge. And so that is really for anyone. This can be any woman. She doesn't have to be a mom, but she can be a mom as well. And this is for anyone who feels very heavy, who feels like very heavy emotionally. Maybe she's overwhelmed or has depression or anxiety, or maybe she's just feeling heavy because she has all these chronic illnesses or chronic conditions she hasn't been able to overcome. Or maybe she really wishes to have a spiritual practice, but doesn't know where to begin, wants to start to connect to the divine. Okay, so I will be sharing my tips and tools. I will be having this be a short challenge. In the past, I have done long challenges. So this is only going to be 3 days, and it's going to be super simple and easy. Yeah, so I will be I'll be sending videos to everyone's inbox. So everyone will click on the link and then they can sign up. And then for those 3 days, they will receive the videos in their inbox, about less than 12 minutes for each video. So it's very easy and doable to watch throughout the day. And in the videos, I will be sharing what I do to maintain my health and wellness. So I, of course, overcame my chronic condition many years ago, but I knew that it was important for me to sustain and to prioritize my health so I didn't return to being unwell. So every single day I prioritize my health and wellness. So I'll be sharing what I do so they can see personally what I do. And then there will be a homework assignment each day. And that's again to incentivize everyone to start to really prioritize their health and wellness. So, yeah.
How can people find you?
Just one more thing. So I will be giving out prizes. So if everyone does fill out the homework and post it in the group, there will be a private Facebook group. Then they can possibly win a prize. So definitely.
Okay, what's the prize?
Well, I will be announcing in the group. So you got to come to the group and find out all the goodies, but it's going to be super fun and super enjoyable. So I want to invite everyone to come.
Oh, please. I have a group, then it's the Creatrix Activation. I don't know if you are there. Please share there because you have a lot of women who will love that.
Okay, great. Fabulous. Yeah. Sounds good.
I don't know. Are you on the group already? On my group?
I can't remember. I think I am, but I'm not sure.
I will send you a link. And you can share that. It's 100% women there. It's 200 and something, but it's all women. Then it's exactly what you need.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so now it's time for telling where people can find you.
Sure. So they can go to my website, www.thedancingcurtain.com. They can follow me on Instagram at my name, Khristee Rich. That's KHRISTEERICH. They can go to Facebook is The Dancing Curtain, and they can go to YouTube at Dancing Curtain.
Perfect. You are going to send me the links as well. And yes. I always invite my favorites people to get a one-on-one with me, 1 hour, full hour, where we can look to all your business and like plan the next 3 months and how you are going to even have more success than you have already. I love you. I love your energy. I love
Thank you.
I love then you heal yourself, then you trust in your gut and you went. And today you are a healer and I can feel your vibration. So you are an amazing one. Thank you for accepting my invitation for this. And guys, I'm going to say bye to YouTube. because my washing machine is doing loads of sound.
Oh, I don't hear it. It's okay. I invite everyone to come into the group if you're interested, May 11th through 13th. Hope to see you all there.
And we are sharing all the links. So please subscribe, like, and comment. It was a pleasure to be here. Now I'm going to say bye to Khristee.